The man who killed another human being in front of other people while being recorded has finally been arrested. Let's put it up full mass. Did they send in SWAT in order to arrest him? Did they kick in the door, no knock warrant? No, they allowed himself to surrender. They allowed him to surrender. Daniel Penny, a US Marine veteran trained killer, held an unsheltered street artist, Jordan Neely, in a fatal chokehold on a New York subway earlier this month. He has now surrendered to authorities to face second-degree manslaughter charge. Penny left the police precinct in handcuffs and is expected to be arraigned later today. Now, I'm going to go to the video because it's important to remind you of what you saw that went viral. Here it is. Does any of that look like self-defense to you? I mean, you've been living for a long time. You've seen things. Did that look like self-defense to you? Still, it took a national movement. It took countless leaders, advocates, activists, politicians, preachers, everyday citizens of this country. It took a movement for him to get arrested. And he's not arrested with vigor, he's almost arrested with hesitation. Hey, sorry, we gotta do it. He just come to the precinct, killed a man. More information is now coming. A bystander who was at the scene of the incident in New York City subway train where Jordan Neely was held in the deadly chokehold says he tried to help Neely, but was barred from doing so by Daniel Penny. Eyewitness Johnny Grima, a homelessness activist, told the New Yorker he was there on the F train at Broadway-Lafayette Street station on May 1st. He said, and I quote, let's put the quote up, "I saw Penny holding Neely by the neck and another guy holding on to Neely as if he was still resisting. Neely was staring off. But honestly, at the moment, I didn't know how long they had him," Grima said. The way they were holding him, it was as if they had just had the craziest fight or something. They're holding on to him for dear life. Somebody was filming it. This person finally said, "You gotta let him go." They finally let him go and he just fell limp. Let me tell you why that context is important. Now remember, the officers, they first apprehended Penny. They questioned him, decided not to arrest him, decided to let him go. Eyewitnesses were there. Easy to corroborate the context here, but they chose not to, at least initially. Multiple individuals have similar stories about who was the aggressor, and it was not Mr. Neely. There's more. Grima said he noticed that Jordan's eyes were completely still and he wasn't moving, but stated the people who pinned Neely down said he was still breathing. They were acting in such a way that no one else could come next to him. I told them to put him on his side. I didn't believe that he was dead. I'd never seen a dead body before. I didn't want him choking on his own spit or vomit. Now, what is the scene? What is the witness describing? The witness has said, it was as if they did not want us near Mr. Neely. Now, you have at least one individual that we know has advanced training in combat. You know what else they train you on in combat? When a body is dead, okay? They train you on when the body is dead. Now, the fact that the witness says they actually tried to stop us from being able to get close to Mr. Neely, is that evidence of a guilty conscience? Is that evidence of their knowledge of the crime? Definitely can be argued in the prosecution. That's when Grima decided to move in and provide aid to Neely. He said, and I quote, "I had my water bottle in my hand. I wanted to try to check him out, but I was intimidated by these people. I don't know anybody. I wasn't trying to get stabbed. I tried to move in. I poured a little water on his forehead. And Daniel Penny came over and told me, stop. He shuffled me off. The only reason they're letting him off is the race of the people involved. If that was a white woman he choked to death, he'd be in a cell right now," Grima said. Completely 100% accurate. As a matter of fact, if Neely would have strangled Penny, what do you think would have been the result? Do you think Mr. Neely would have been given the option after about a week or so to just go to a precinct, turn himself in, answer a few questions, get processed right out? Then the charge itself, second-degree manslaughter. They're already telling you the fix is in from the charge. That second-degree manslaughter, BS. What you saw was a murder. They did not even charge with the other offenses and then include what's called the lesser included. Didn't even do that. Okay. My dear brother, what are your thoughts?
Well, I mean, I think that this is pretty simple. I don't see how you could watch that and feel like that wasn't a murder, especially just, typically with anything to do with self-defense or combat, as you pointed out, especially ex-military, you'd be trained to know when a body's dead. But even if you don't have that deep of training, it's typical to not necessarily want to go really far when you're defending yourself, or if you're just in some type of fight. Someone has much more likely of a chance of suffocating like Neely did if you're choking them out than if maybe you hit them in the face a few times or bop them in the body a few times and then, see if they back off. But that's typically how fights go. Like, you defend yourself just enough, even if you're beefing with somebody. Like, people typically aren't really trying to go that far because there's something in your mind that's like, skirt, stop. You know what I mean? And clearly that wasn't there. So I think that this isn't a complicated issue at all, but unfortunately, it's been made into one.
Yeah, status, race, and naturally the political normality of America makes it complex.